Good morning. It is Black Friday 2022 and we are officially crazy people because we are taking 5 children. Say hi, kids.
Hi.
We are taking 5 children out to Black Friday shopping at Lowe's and Ollie's. Are we crazy? Are we crazy? But because we are a homeschool family and where we go, our kids go, and we really don't have much of any childcare set up, they go where we go. So we are going on a little adventure this morning. We have some, here Michaela, open this up and get out those handles for me. We have some lights fixtures specifically we want to look at Lowe's. We'll probably end up doing some online shopping. We know we have a cutoff, so we are going to take this champagne gold hardware handle for my kitchen and compare it to this one light fixture at Lowe's that we know Lowe's has before we buy it online, because Lowe's has, I think, a 12-inch pendant and we want a 16-inch pendant because our island is so big, we want bigger pendants. So we want to compare this to it, so I just don't want to go overboard on the gold, but maybe do a couple little pops of the gold, because we're doing with all of our hardware mostly matte black with a few little pops here and there throughout the house of this champagne gold. So we are going to do that. We wanted to see it in person because I know gold really varies from product to product, and we'll see about going to Ollie's. I think I said if the kids are well behaved at Lowe's, they can go to Ollie's and see if they have any toys on sale. But Brian says there's something he wants to check there first before we go to Lowe's. So I guess we're doing it backwards. So we'll see you in the store. All right, Ollie's was a success, right? Was behaviors okay?
Not too bad.
All right, let's keep up the good work. Everybody agree? Lowe's looks pretty busy. There's a lot of people here today at the Chambersburg Lowe's. Let's make this a success, right? Okay, so this is pretty close. This is actually not the reason why we came into Lowe's. There was another pendant light that they apparently had a 12-inch, but we couldn't buy it in here because we need the 16-inch if we want to do like 3 or 2 pendant lights. This is a little smaller. I don't know what the diameter is of this, maybe 8 inches. But if we would do something like this over our island, it would take maybe 4 of them. That is pretty close. So, pretty excited about that. And then there's another light down here that we like that has both matte black. They called it bronze, but it looked really close to this. So I'm going to climb up and see if we can compare this. So customer service is right behind me. So hopefully I'm not doing something I'm not supposed to, but I'm going to climb up here because that light up there has matte black, and the gold stuff that's right above those light bulbs looks really close to this. And we could do this over our island, since we have such a huge island, and maybe only take 2 rather than 4 of a whole bunch of those little ones. So here we go.
Kids? Yeah, kids don't try this at home.
Kids don't try this?
Okay. There we go. So I'll have to look at that video later. Done. Okay guys, we are home from Black Friday shopping. Hear the drill in the background. We're up at the house and Ryan is working on putting heat plates up for the Radiant Heat. I'll just give you a little tour here of what's going on. Do you want to show them what one of the heat plates looks like?
Sure. It's aluminum for 1/2-inch Radiant Heat pipe that's going to go in there. They're about 4 feet long, and they got 10 screws per plate. We're screwing these up about 8 inches on center, and I use a board to help keep my measurement away from each joist, so that helps. Makes things a lot faster. But it's a slow process. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour for 20 plates to screw them all up.
And how many plates do you think total do we have?
We have 1,500 plates.
And then this cool thing, Ryan bought this, what, at Home Depot?
Yeah.
What's this called? Like little rolling scaffolding?
Anchored scaffolding.
Okay. And I just saw him actually pull himself. He doesn't even have to get down to reposition it. He just grabs one of those floor joists and he can slide this thing where he needs to, right?
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Super fast compared to trying to do it on a ladder.
Up and down, up and down. You got a little platform here to have all your supplies. But like notice, now today's not super cold. The sun's gonna soon go down, so it's gonna start getting colder. And we don't have a lot of electric, just enough to, I guess, plug in over there at the electrical box. So we do have ways to start lighting up here now, but you were having to quit when it got dark. Plus it's been so cold, he really can't wear gloves to do this. Oh, here he goes. He can't wear gloves to do this because it's too bulky for the screws. So we are trying to take advantage of this warmer weather as much as possible. I can't imagine, I just realized the other day this poor man's been up here doing all of this without gloves on, and some days it's been pretty bitterly cold. So here's what it looks like in between the floor joists, and then he kind of spaces them out. So we will have Radiant Heat on the main level, and then he's screwing these in so that the second floor has it. We won't have Radiant Heat down in the basement. We don't know if we'll ever finish the basement or not. We'll figure something else out for heating down there someday. And then if you haven't already figured out, on the last clip there, we have windows. So here's that run of 4 windows at the dining room. It's probably hard to see here with that lighting. It's just like a little strip in between each one. And let you see a little bit here how it looks over at the fireplace, where the fireplace will go. Super tickled with all this light that'll come in. And then at the front of the house, looks a little awkward from the outside. I'll give a view from the outside here in a little bit. My kitchen sink there at the window, remember us saying before we made a boo-boo, ordered the wrong window. I really wanted my window to come down to countertop depth so the countertop can go right into the windowsill. So we're probably still waiting on that. I'm not sure why they didn't put the pantry window in yet. They'll probably just do these all at once. It's on back order. Okay. And then here's that little wall we talked about to kind of separate the foyer. There'll be a steam oven and a microwave there. So that kind of breaks up our foyer at our front door. And then one other update. These are temporary. This is what I was talking about with the hairpin staircase. Kind of give you an idea. I'm standing with my back sort of to the fireplace. It goes one direction, and then there's a landing, and it goes another direction. And then up there is the loft or schoolroom. And here's another update before we go outside. I just had to show this cool window that goes above at the top of mine and Ryan's shower in our big bathroom on the first floor. So it lets light in. It's up pretty high, so I don't think we'll have a big water issue. We'll probably see if we can do some sort of special trim that might be more like moisture resistant. Then we have a little window there and a big window out the front. And another thing, if we haven't mentioned it before, we thought, why did we not order a window that has one-way glass right there? But we'll just put up a blind. It'll be all right. And here is the outside of the front of the house now with most of the windows in. I hope this wind isn't too strong and you can hear me. But there you can see on the right-hand side of the front door what I was talking about with the kitchen sink window and the pantry window. It looks a little goofy, but just imagine a double window and then a single window to the far right. And just love the different peaks, especially over the front door. And here, where the garage is here, kind of right center in the screen, where the porch roof and the garage, the first story garage roof kind of wraps around the front there. It was a little bit tricky. I'm going to come give you an up-close view at what Ryan and I and our builder kind of figured out to how to wrap that porch roof around there so it didn't look goofy. Okay, so here is the side, wind gust right now. This is the side of the porch roof. That green triangular piece of plywood, that will be, as well as the brown plywood, will all be covered with standing seam. So it looks a little goofy now because it's like a straight, that green is completely straight, and then the brown is angled, but it's what made the most sense to make it be able to wrap and meet up against and kind of look like it wraps around the front of this peak here at the garage. Then give you a view of the other side here, where the garage roof wraps around. Whatever you see is brown, that'll have standing seam on it as well. Here is a view from the side of the house with Ryan in my bedroom, and under the porch, it's really hard to see on here. Hopefully you can see it. I feel like it's in a shadow. That window that goes above our shower, and then there's a similar window except smaller on the second floor there above the porch. That is in the boys' bathroom. That will go above their shower so they can have some light coming in to their bathroom. And that is really the only window on the second floor on that side. And we don't think the window in the basement's in yet. No. Here's the view from the back of the house. Now, it's missing a few doors. You can see next to that run of 4 windows there in the dining room, you can see the cutout where a door is supposed to go. But over there at the back of the garage, there will be a door. So it looks like it's a big blank space there. So imagine a door below that second story window of the garage. Like right below that, there'll be a door. And then over there at Ryan and my bedroom, there will also be a door. You can almost see there's a little hole already cut. It's very, very tiny. That's where our door is going to go. And here is the garage side of the house. We have 4 smaller windows up there. Part of that will be a playroom, and part of it will be attic space as far as what we can plan for right now.